Hi everyone. In the last class, we have seen the concepts of pseudo classes, which are meant for based on the state of an element, would like to apply some properties, then we'll go for pseudo classes. And we have seen pseudo elements, which are meant for to apply some properties to specific part of the element, we'll go for pseudo elements. We have seen CSS counters, which is a kind of variables which are used to store the current uh, count of a particular element. And we have seen CSS gradients. If we would like to have a combination of more than one color, and also for the smooth transition between from one color to another color, then we will go for the concept of CSS gradients. Okay, these are all the four concepts that we have seen in the previous class. Now in today's class, we'll take an important topic, media query. Media query. Guys, generally we are going to develop a website. We are going to develop a website. This website I am going to open either on a computer, or I can able to open it in a television screen. If you observe in any kind of like what we call in kind of bus stations in the televisions, we are going to open that websites, or we can open in kind of any kind of handheld devices like any kind of tablets or a mobile phone or a small laptops. Like that we can open our website in anywhere, wherever it will be open. Yeah, fine. So once I've opened in a particular device, it can be a computer, television, or any kind of handheld device, the response of the website will changes or not. The response of the website will changes from device to device. Device to device means that yes, of course, response is changing, but that response is good. It is okay. But if my look and feel is if my look and feel will vary from device and device, there is no problem at all. But that look and feel should be good. That look and feel should be good. If it is not good, what you have to do? The customers are not preferred for our website. Then what you have to do? We have to define the website in such a way that it should have more look and feel. It should have more look and feel. At the time, what we can do is based on the type of the device, whether it is a computer, whether it is a television, or whether it is a tablet, or whether it is a mobile, based on the type of the device, we need to define rules for the website. We need to define the rules for the website. At that time, we will use this @media query. Media query. Okay. In simple words, if I would like to say, this media query is meant for to apply different kind of styles to different media types. Then we'll go for @media query. So what do you mean by different media types? These different media types can be anything: a computer, television, handheld devices. Meaning that, so if you observe in all these kind of devices, the height and width is varying or not. Height and width of the device may vary, or the height and width of the viewport may vary, or sometimes the mode of the device, which we call it as a landscape mode, or it can be a portrait mode also. So depending upon the type of mode also, we need to make our website more look and feel. At that situation, we'll go for @media query. @media query. Okay, fine. So how to use this media query? Let me explain that. Yeah. Fine. So if you observe the syntax of this @media query, yeah. So we are going to write @media is a kind of proper a rule @media, and we have to write it is an optional one, not or only. We can write anyone or we can leave it as empty. Then we need to define the media type, the type of media that we would like to define the rules, and we need to define expression. Define expression for that, followed by parentheses, followed by set of CSS rules which you want to modify once this condition is satisfied. Guys, observe, this is a kind of Boolean condition. This is a kind of Boolean condition. Once it is true, it will execute this block. Otherwise, this block won't execute it. This block won't execute it. Okay, fine. If you observe in depth about this syntax, media type means the type of device that you are using. The type of that device that you are using. Generally, we are not going to define with respect to this computer, television, or handheld devices. We are going to define with respect to some properties. Some properties like the media type as all, or the media type as print, or the media type as a screen, or the media type as TV, or it is a TTY, or it is a like speech. Like that, we have various kind of media types. So depending upon the type of media we are going to write the rules, we need to write all this. Yeah. So whenever you write the media type as all, it means that the rules that we define here, these are meant for all media types. Meaning that these rules should be applicable for if I open my website in a kind of in a laptop or in a television or in a mobile phone, these rules should be applicable. And if you go for a print, so while printing something over my website, then these rules should be applicable. If it is a screen, like so when you are trying to work with any kind of computer screens or wherever the screen is there, at that time we'll go for the media type as screen devices. Like the screen device means it can be a computer, laptop, or anything where we are going to open our website. Yeah. TV, TTY, these are the various kind of media types. If you go for speech means there are some kind of devices where we'll have some kind of helping devices. We call it as helping devices. Simply we call it as screen readers. Yeah, correct word. Screen readers, right? So at that time we will use the media type as speech. And coming to expression, so this expression can be any kind of media feature. So don't worry about the thing like media feature. So it is a good name. It is a different name. It is like a normal thing. So like for example, we can define the device, the screen device as a color or not. If it is colored, we'll go for to execute this block. If it is something having minimum width as 480 pixel, then it has to execute this statement. Or if it is having maximum width of 480 pixel, then we need to execute this one. Yeah. So guys, I am going a little bit fast. Yeah, let me take another one. So what does this expression means? So this is a kind of Boolean expression only. So it defines that it's a kind of media feature. Like for example, my minimum width of the screen is 480 pixel. Then this expression will yield true, meaning that if my width of the screen is greater than or equal to 480 pixel, this expression is true. Or I can go for maximum width of the screen. Maximum width of the screen is 900 pixel, meaning that if it is less than or equal to 900 pixel, I need to apply some kind of properties. Or whether it is a color device or not, I'll go for a property called color property. Or I can define like height is so and so. width is so and so. Like this, these are the various kind of media features. Various kind of media features. Okay, so these media features meaning that, so which are going to define like with how the output device output look like, meaning that it is going to define the requirements of the output device. If my output device requirement this much is satisfied, then it is going to execute some block. For example, don't get confused, don't worry, I will make it clear in the execution also. At the rate media, if I am writing like only media type as screen, and I am defining minimum width. I'm defining minimum width as 480 pixel. Minimum width as 480 pixel, and I'm going to make like this. I'm going to define some kind of rules. So what is the meaning of this one? I already said it is a kind of Boolean condition. Once this condition is satisfied, then only this block will be executed. Yeah. So what it is going to look, whether the web browser, whether the website has opened in the screen device or not. Yeah, screen device or not. If it is screen device, I am going to say that it is yes. And is minimum width of the screen is 480 pixel. For example, the minimum width of the size is 480 pixel. What is the meaning of this minimum width? If it is more than or equal to 480 pixel or not. If it is yes, then it is going to execute these rules. It is going to execute this rule, meaning that if yes and yes, then entire statement is yes, then it is going to execute CSS rules. If one is yes, another one is no CSS rules will be executed. If it is not screen, and if the minimum width of the screen is also 480 pixel, then no CSS will be executed. When both are no, no CSS will be executed. I hope you understood this one. Yeah, fine. Or instead of this minimum width as 480 pixel, I can go for defining it as maximum width as 600 pixel. What is the meaning of this one? If it is a screen, and if the device maximum width is 600 pixel, meaning that if the device maximum width is less than or equal to 600 pixel, I need to execute some set of properties. So like that we can define. Or we can define like this: @media screen and color. What is the meaning of this one? Screen and color. I have opened whether I've opened my website in a screen device, as well as whether it is a color device or not. Then I will go for the media feature as color. So media feature means what kind of requirements I need to get in the output device. Yeah. Fine. So similarly, I can go for height, width, aspect ratio, etc. There are various kind of media features are there. So based on the need, we can use those all the things. Yeah. Fine. So once again, I will define @media. I'm going to define only. So only actually meant for it is meant for legacy users. You won't understood right now, but make it clear. You have to write only. So if you won't write, there is no problem at all. But if it is right, it will be good for us. Legacy, and you have to define the media type. For example, I am trying to work with the screen, so computer. So that is why I am using screen, and I am going to define minimum width as 480 pixel. 480 pixel, and I'm going to define some set of CSS rules. Okay, fine. So for example, so as I have defined whether it is a screen or not, and the minimum width is 480 pixel, I need to satisfy some set of properties. Or what I can do is, if I would like to go for like what is the minimum width? Minimum width means it is greater than or equal to 480 pixel. I would like to define some properties between the range. If it is greater than 480 pixel and less than 900 pixel. less than 900 pixel. Then at the time, what I can do is I can go for like this. I can combine, meaning that in this expression, I can write any kind of media feature sum. Maximum width is 900 pixel. Maximum width is 900 pixel. So what is the meaning of this one? Whether my device is a screen device or not, and its range is between greater than or equal to 480 pixel and less than or equal to 900 pixel. Less than or equal to 900 pixel. Or you would like to define something like irrespective of some feature. Like for example, I would like to define it is a screen and my minimum width is 480 pixel. And maximum width is 900 pixel. I can go for a comma operator also. This comma operator defines OR operator. Or minimum width is 1100 pixel. Minimum width is 1100 pixel. I need to apply this set of properties. I hope you understood this right now. Yeah, meaning that if it is a screen and if the range is between 480 pixel and 900 pixel, this block is going to execute. Or if the minimum width is greater than or equal to 1100 pixel, then also my block is going to execute. Meaning that with the help of comma operator, we can define the combination as OR. So I hope you understood the meaning of AND and OR combination. Yeah. So up to now, what I did is I made something like I'm going to define with respect to the viewport or device width I am defining. Instead of that, I can define the expression as with respect to orientation of the device. Right? So we are going to see this feature while printing the data. We'll ask the question like whether you want to get the data in the form of landscape or you want to get in the form of portrait mode. Meaning that based on the orientation of the device also, we can apply some set of rules. Okay, guys, I hope you know the meaning of landscape. So all the laptops comes under landscape. Landscape means if the width of the screen is more than height of the screen, then we call it as landscape. If the width of the screen is less than height of the screen, then we'll call it as a portrait mode. So generally portrait mode we will observe in the phones, and the landscape mode we will observe in the laptops. So I hope it is clear for you. So this is the general syntax. Yeah. And one more thing is in the syntax itself, I have defined whether it is not or only, or you can simply provide an empty space, nothing. You won't write anything. We will go with some empty space. Yeah. Only means we have seen it is for the legacy users. Not means opposite to this condition. Observe. I will write once again one more thing. I'm going to write @media only, and it is a screen and minimum width is 480 pixel. I need to apply some set of properties. I'm going to write some set of CSS rules. Yeah. What is the meaning of this one? It is a screen, yes, and minimum width is yes. Then I need to apply something like background color as yellow color. Yeah. Instead of this only, if I write like not, what's the meaning of this one? If it is a screen, and if the minimum width is also 480 pixel, then this block won't execute. Contradiction. Just opposite to this one, right? So you can understood. Yes, result is yes. Yes, no, result is no. Normally. No, yes, result is no. No, no, result is no. For this, if you write like not, you will get the feature like no, yes. Just opposite to this one. If this condition is not satisfied, this block is going to execute. Okay. So this is the small brief introduction about the media query. Okay. Now what I will do is I will take an example which will be very clear for you. Yeah. Fine. So I think this is the last class that what you have seen in the previous class. Yeah. Now what I will do is I will close this one. I have created one new web page which is called as a media.html. I have already created. Do not to waste our time. I have created that. Yeah. I will open this one. So this is media.html, and I have created the various kind of CSS rules which we have already seen this also. Now what I will do is I will try to create some data to show how this media core is going to work. Yeah, fine. I'm going to take some division, and whose class name I'm taking it as a container. I would like to say take some text class equal to some like f, right? Hi, hello, welcome to Department of CSC Adjuketi Srikakulam. Yeah. So for this division, I am going to access this one, and I am going to apply some properties. Container. I'm going to define the width as 100%. 100%. I need to define the height as 400 pixel. And so I'm going to use the background image property which I have used in the previous class, so which is meant for to apply combination of more than one color. So to make our practice linear gradient, I would like to go for yellow. I will go for pink, which will be light color. Yeah, pink and blue color. So guys, what happened? Yeah, so we got this kind of section. This is the advantage of linear gradient, smooth transition between yellow to pink and blue color. So this is what we call it as even distribution also. Yeah. So for this text, which is available, I would like to apply some kind of properties for this. Yeah, I will make the font size as 5 rem, meaning that 5 times of the actual size, and font style is bold. Font family, for example, let me take Vardhana. Guys, I hope you understood this one. Hi, hello, welcome to RGPT. Now what happened is, see, observe guys, I'm going to minimize this one. I'm going to minimize this. Observe. So now it looks good. So if my media.html file is open in a normal laptop, it will be good. But if I open in a kind of portrait mode, like normal mobile, portrait means, you know, right? So like the width of the web page is less than the height of the screen, then what happened? This will be overflown or not? Yes. Now it doesn't look good. At the time, what I can do is I can define this property also, meaning that whenever the minimum width of the screen is something, I need to define some set of rules. At the time, what I can do is I can go for a media rule. Media, I'm going to define only if it is a screen, and if the minimum width is, or I will go for maximum width. Maximum width is 600 pixel. Maximum width is 600 pixel, meaning that if it is a screen and maximum width is 600 pixel, what I need to do? I need to make like I need to change this font. For example, I need to change the font size to for example 1.5 rem. And I need to change this font style, so that you will get understood. Font style as italic, and font family serif. And text decoration. Let me go for text decoration so that you can observe the clear difference. Text decoration is underline. Let's observe. Yeah, I have refreshed. So the thing is, what happened here is, observe guys, yeah, it is actual screen. Whenever I'm trying to minimize, meaning that whenever, so the width of the device is now more than 600 pixel, that is why those properties are not applicable. Now, if the maximum width of the screen is 600 pixel, observe, 600 pixel, now what happened? Yeah, at this stage only we are getting the problem. Yeah. Then what I will do is I will go for 800 pixel. Pixel. Yeah, observe guys. Yeah, so the width of the screen is more than 800 pixel. There is no problem. If it is a maximum of 800 pixel, then automatically my text will be converting or not. Yeah. At the time, what I did is I applied some property so that it won't overflow this division. It won't overflow this division. Yeah. This kind of thing we can do with the help of this media query. So not only this one, ma. For example, I would like to change the background color. I would like to change the background color. For example, if the maximum width of the screen is so I can go for defining one more property, one more media query, media only. If it is a screen, and if the minimum width is, for example, let me go for 600 pixel. Pixel, then I will define some properties. Like for example, for body, I would like to change my color. Background color as light blue. Light shade, my favorite color. Observe guys. Yeah. Observe. Normally it look like a background color as this one, right? Because it satisfies that condition. Once I am trying to move, as the maximum width is 800 pixel, the font size is changing. Once the minimum width is 600 pixel, automatically the background color is changing. What is the meaning of minimum width? Meaning that if it is more than 600 pixel, minimum width is meaning that I will write here more than 600 pixel. More than 600 pixel, I need to apply this property. If it is less than 800 pixel, I need to apply this property. Don't get confused by writing this one. Observe once again. Yeah. So as the minimum width is, so as it is less than 600 pixel, I am going for this one, light normal orange color. If it is more than 600 pixel, automatically the color will be changed to this one. Okay. Similarly, if it is, observe, now font size is modifying or not? Yeah, fine. It is 800 pixel. As it is more than 800 pixel, the text is this outside properties are applying. If it is less than 800 pixel, automatically these properties will be applicable. Yeah, observe guys. Instead of this only, I can go for writing not. So what is the meaning of not? Instead of defining as more than 600 pixel, it is now contradiction. It is less than 600 pixel. Now observe. So if you go for now decreasing, the color will change. If you go for increasing, opposite, just opposite. Meaning that, observe. If it is less than 600 pixel, it is light cyan. If it is more than 600 pixel, it is going to convert some color. If it is more than something, the text will be where. Yeah. So this is general usage of this media query. And sometimes you can observe something. I will go for taking one more thing. Yeah. So which will be a real time thing. Yeah. Division. For example, class equal to right side container or container. I'm taking this same thing. Yeah. Now I'll apply. I will modify some properties here. Yeah. So instead of defining this, or else you can observe what will happen. Let's observe what happened. So this is a kind of a division, right? Both are divisions. So it will come to the line by line. Yeah, why it is not applied? Yeah, I didn't apply the for our container. For our container, and you define both the same properties. Observe? Yeah. So as it is a division, they are a block level element. That is why we are getting in the next line. Next line. I don't want to get. I want to get those in the form of side by side. Side by side. Then what I will do? I can make it convert to the width as 50%, and I'm going to float them to the left side. Float them to the left side. Yes. Observe. Yeah. Fine. So it is overgoing. I will change this font to 3rem. Yeah, okay, fine. Now they come by side. Now what I will do is I need to get some line over there. So margin hyphen left converting. Yeah, okay, fine. So here you need to apply some kind of property, box sizing property. You don't know that. So I will go for 10 minutes. 1 minute. Let me go for this. Yes. Now we can understood. Yeah, fine. So I hope you understood the gap here. Yeah. Now what my requirement is, I would like to go for see, whenever I am minimizing, what is happening? My content is perfect. My content is perfect. Yeah, all the properties are applied. But if you observe here, they are strictly condensing. You can understood that, like, it is not look. Let us assume that it is not look good. At that time, what you can do is, on the small screens, my requirement is I would like to get these divisions side, instead of getting side by side. I would like to get in the form of line by line. In the form of line by line. Then at the time, what we can do is, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Actually, I closed that. So instead of that, so I would like to have combine the line by line. Combine the line by line. Observe. Yeah, they are automatically adjusting. Fine. So for that, what we can do is we can make converting this property. So instead of getting the width as 50%, if my screen width is decreasing, I need to convert this width as 100%. I need to get this width as 100%. At the time, what we can do is, for example, if my maximum width of the screen is, so if it is less than 800 pixel, what I need to do is I need to make those visibility as 100%. Yeah, okay, fine. So dot container, I will make the width as 100%. The width of the container as 100%. Similarly, I will make the width of right side container also 100%. Also, yeah. So to avoid the confusion for you, ma, I am going to take both as it. Now these two queries are same, ma. So, but here I am defining minimum width, but I am applying not. That's why it is equal to maximum width. Equal to maximum. Guys, observe now. I refresh, so there is no problem at all. Yeah. So if the my width of the screen is gradually changing, what will happen? They are automatically adjusted to the next line. Adjust to the next line. That is the thing that we can do with the help of this one. Meaning that in mobile, if you would, so instead of getting the data in the form of consumed manner, I can go for give to the space to the by moving my text to the next line. Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, let me go for a combination. Okay, or else you can go for practice that. So instead of this, what we can do is I can go for defining minimum width. Minimum width is 400 pixel, and maximum width is 800 pixel. Then we have to apply some kind of properties. Or we can go for an OR operator. How we are going to define the OR operator? If the minimum width of the screen is 400 pixel and maximum width is 800 pixel, or if minimum width is great 1100 pixel, then also I need to apply some set of properties. What are those set of properties? What are the rules that you are going to define? Those things you can do. So So you can easily understood them. If it is between the range 400 pixel and 800 pixel, you are going to apply some set of properties. That's it. Yeah, fine. So instead of defining with respect to this minimum width and maximum width, meaning the size of the screen, I can go for defining with respect to yeah, I can go for defining with respect to the mode of the device. For example, it is media. I'm going to define only screen and so mode you need to define. So to define the mode, we need to use a property called orientation property. So you are going to define the orientation. If the orientation is landscape, I need to apply some set of properties. Okay, fine. So here it is not good for the landscape, right? Yeah. So I will go for portrait. Am I right or not? So if it is a small portrait means small, width is a small, right? So that is the reason I have taken it as portrait. Yeah. Observe. Observe, guys. I'm going to refresh once again. Yeah. So as my width of the screen is larger than the height of the screen, there is no problem. Whenever I'm trying to minimize width of the screen is whenever the width of the screen is smaller than height of the screen, automatically some properties are going to apply. Observe. Is it applied or not? Yes. This is the thing we call it as portrait. In portrait, width of the screen is small, height of the screen is big. Big. For example, I'm going to define the same thing as landscape. But here I'm going to define as a not, meaning that the same thing or not. Observe. Yeah. Whenever I'm trying to minimize, once again the same thing is going to applicable. Yes, because I applied here not. Yeah. So this is the way also you can set some rules for our browser. Sorry, for our website. Yeah. Here I can use portrait also. Okay, guys, I hope now you understood clearly, right? So meaning that based on the device, based on the type of the device, or based on the screen size, or based on the type of the mode, we can able to set some rules so that my website will yield more look and feel. For example, let me go for some extension here. So I would like to define whether it is portrait mode or not. Yeah, I'm sorry, here I didn't close. I will take two statements here. One is p tag. Like for example, this is landscape mode. And this is portrait mode. This portrait mode, meaning that whenever portrait mode is on, I need to display this This is portrait mode. So class has something like landscape mode. This class has something like p mode. Yeah, guys. By default, what is the mode available? By default, the mode is landscape mode. At the time, what you need to do? You need to hide the data of portrait mode. So p dot mode, I am going to display it as none. Observe, guys. Yeah, I'm going to maximize it. Refresh. This is landscape mode you are getting. Yeah, here also you can get if you want, you can write. Yeah. Now what I did is yeah, observe. Now in portrait mode, you need to get the data like this is portrait. So this is landscape mode. I refresh. Yeah. So this is landscape mode you are getting, but I don't want like that. I want to get as portrait mode. So at the time, so whenever it is not landscape mode, I am going to hide the L mode. Display as none, and I am going to make on the portrait mode. So display as inline. I hope you know the meaning of all these properties. Yeah, observe. This is portrait mode. Whenever I'm trying to maximize, this is landscape mode you are getting. Observe. This is landscape mode. Trying to minimize. Trying to minimize. Yeah, this is portrait mode you are getting. Yeah, like this we can use this media aquarium. Yeah, fine. Now what I will do is uh, I will take the previous class examples. Like in the previous class, what I did is I have taken this forms.html. Forms.html. Here what I did is I have opened this forms.html, right? Yeah, fine. Now, if I minimize this browser, observe what is happening here. They are strictly like they are fixing here only. Instead of this, I would like to change some styling here. They are changing some styling here. At the time, what I can do is I can go for access those elements. Access those elements. Yeah. Actually, for example, whenever I am trying to minimize this one, I would like to apply some set of rules for based on the device width. For example, I'm going to define it as only, and if it is screen, and if the width is maximum width of 600 pixel, I need to apply some set of properties. What are those properties? I need to get the label on the top, and in the next line I need to get this text field. Visible on the top, next line. Required, next line. Like that I need to get. So at the time what I can do is, I hope you remember this one. Yeah, I made this kind of syntax. Yeah, with the help of form control I am going to manage those input data, and with the help of this form label I am going to take the label data. Yeah. Now what I will do is for example, first let me change the body of the color so that you can understand. For example, my background color is what is the background color? It is by default yellow color. I would like to change it to pink color completely. Pink color. Yeah, I have changed the background color. Yeah, and so I need to change these labels also. Labels. So what we are going to do? We are going to make them. So instead of this, I will copy all this. Control C, Control F. Yeah, form label. So instead of width is 15%, what I will do is I will go for adding them to 100%. That's it. Them to 100%. Similarly, I need to change up my form control also. Form control. Instead of defining the width as 75%, I think so, we need to make them as 100%. Observe, guys. I'm trying to refresh. What happened? I'm going to maximize it. Yeah, fine. Whenever I'm trying to minimize, automatically those will comes to the next line. Yeah. Why that color is not applicable here? Have you observed that? Background color. Because we already applied here the background image property for the entire body. That is why this is not applicable here. So this is the one we can use in the real time. Observe, guys. I'm not showing. Yeah, you can observe. Yeah, like this you will get. Now once I'm trying to minimize, if the width is less than or equal to 600 pixel, automatically they will be converted. So this look like a responsive thing. Yeah, they will be converted to the next line. Yes. So this is the one thing one can do. Yeah, and one more thing is I can open home.html. Open home.html. You can observe. Yeah, in home.html, I have a navigation bar. Whenever I'm trying to minimize, after a particular width, if the width of the screen is less than some pixel, I need to make this horizontal navigation bar in the form of vertical representation. That thing we can do. Yeah, you can observe here. I will modify that. What I will do is, yeah, fine. I'm going to copy this entire thing. And I'm going to make once again paste. Observe, guys. I don't want anything. Yeah, I made a refresh. I have added this all the things. Yeah. Now once I'm trying to minimize, is there anything is changing? minimizing, what happened here, Ongol comes to the next line. So but if it is in a small device, it doesn't look good actually, it doesn't look good. Instead of that, what I can do is I can use my media query. So which file it is linked, it is krishna.css. So here what I can do is I can go for modify that with the help of media query @media only. So you can define not also, only for screen, and if my maximum width is 600 pixel, maximum width is 600 pixel, I need to define some set of properties. What are those properties? So where those properties are available, actually these properties are going to defined in which location? I think in top navigation. Yeah, in top navigation I have defined. In that I have to modify which properties? Li properties. Yeah. So what I will do is I'm going to access that top navigation. In that, all the child elements. Actually, I made the float as left side. Now what I will do is I will make the float as none number. Make the float as none, and I will make the width as 100% of the screen. I made refresh. There is no problem. If I go for resizing, if it is less than or equal to 600 pixel, observe, yeah, it is modifying. Why these are all getting like this? Yeah, fine. Here I made the style as float equal to right. Yeah, now you can observe. Yeah, so like this. If it is a landscape mode, if my browser is open in the landscape mode, my website is open in the landscape mode, my horizontal navigation bar will look like this. If it is open in the portrait mode, if somebody, it will be converted to the vertical mode. Yeah, observe. Yes, right. Yes. So this is the way we can use the media query. So in the next class we will see animation and transition, amma, so that you can understood. So instead of moving this one directly to horizontal navigation, we'll apply some kind of effects, so that it will user will feel very happy. So it look like some kind of smooth scrolling, smooth changing. So I hope you understood this media query. Thank you.